Chapter 3. Naomi. Isabella turned off the light inside of Benundo, one of the indoor fighting areas within the Lycan's territory. After I was introduced to everyone and hopped in on some of the fighting, almost everyone left. I peered out into the busy forest, listening to wolves run and howl deep into the night. I tossed my backpack over my shoulder, and Jax grabbed the handle of my suitcase. "I can do it myself," I said, taking it back. He smirked and walked next to me with his hands in his pockets. "You seem to want to do a lot yourself." His eyes were dark, even though the moon was hitting his tan skin perfectly. "Well, that's because I don't need anyone who can't do things right getting in my way." "Can't do things right?" Noah asked from in front of us. He turned around. His golden eyes were already staring intently into mine. Again, so intensely, like earlier. Jax crossed his arms over his chest. "Listen, little one, I don't know what you're referring to, but..." Isabella cleared her throat. "But I expect you two to take care of Naomi." She tossed her arm around my shoulders and pulled me into a hug. "She's one of the strongest that I have on the Lycans." She opened the trunk of my car and placed my suitcase in it. "And when I say take care of her," she shut the trunk, "I mean take care of her in any way that she might need." She leaned in, covered my ears, and said, "You know what I'm talking about. This girl hasn't gotten..." Before she could continue, I shoved her slightly. She giggled. "Well, you haven't." Jax leaned against my car, smirking. "We can take care of that." Noah's lips curled into a smile, mirroring his brother. "I don't need any taking care of, but I wanted to be taken care of." When we made it to their pack house, I lugged my suitcase all the way upstairs to my new room. We showered. Not together. Only I wished that we had when I was standing under the hot water, teasing my clit with my fingers. By the time I finished edging myself in the shower, I was aching for a release. Jax and Noah were in my room, waiting for me, both showered, hair dripping, their shirts clinging to their body, hugging their biceps. "We're going to get you settled in," Jax said. My gaze lingered on him and Noah longer than it should have, as I tried to decipher how exactly he was going to help me settle in. Help me put my clothes away? Or introduce me to the real Alpha Noah and Alpha Jax? I was hoping for the latter. But when Noah set the suitcase on my bed, I frowned. Jax talked the whole time, asking me about anything and everything, while Noah stayed quiet. When Jax went silent for a moment, I knew something was up. I looked back at him from my closet to see him smirking at Noah and holding my vibrator. "Where do you want me to put this?" he asked, his hand swaying it up in the air. "Up your ass," I said, walking over to him and trying to take it from his hand. He held it higher, so I couldn't reach it. An immature idiot. Great. "Why do you have this?" he asked. "I told you already." I reached for it again, my body brushing against his. "Because guys can't do things right." Noah growled slowly from behind me. I glanced over at him, locking on to that intense stare. Every part of my body felt like it was on fire when he was looking at me. Jax wrapped his arm around my waist and pulled me closer, his nose brushing up the side of my neck, making me shiver. He stopped toying with my vibrator and threw it down on the bed behind me. My breath caught in my throat. "Well," Jax started as Noah placed a hand on my arm and stepped closer to me. "I guess we'll have to show you what guys can do right."
You've reached the end of this episode. Thanks for listening. To get up to 4 weeks additional uncensored content, subscribe to the podcast at reamstories.com/AmeliaRoseAudio. Due to content restrictions, explicit sex scenes will only be available through Ream. But if you'd like to continue listening to my free episodes, make sure to hit the follow button to receive updates.